What is going on, world? Another fasted workout voiceover with the Hungarian experiment. Now, once I got to the gym and I started my 5 to 10 minutes of running, I realized that I forgot my SD card for my GoPro, which is what I usually use when I'm filming in the gym. It's just a lot smaller and inconspicuous, so I can kind of put it in a corner and record without anyone really noticing, but I forgot the card. So after my little bit of running there, I ran back to the Jeep to grab the good camera, so you guys are going to get some good footage today. After I did my 5 to 10 minute running warm-up, I started my planches as I've been doing lately. I'm really trying to master these, and once I did my 1-year transformation, I've been focusing really hard on these every single day. If you guys want, you can follow my Instagram. Today I posted probably the best handstand push-up I've done all year long. This year I'm really experimenting with warming up my major muscle groups like my chest and my back. So as you guys are seeing here, I just went onto some cables. I did different variations of exercises. As you can see here, I did some flies as well as just some straight pressing, and then here I just focused on isolating out each pec on its own. As you guys will see in the next video here when I move on to my bench press, is that once I warm up my pecs in this kind of variation, I feel a lot more control on my bench press. I feel like I'm moving through the muscle rather than just shifting the weights. So moving on to my first major exercise here is the bench press. If you guys want, I suggest going to check out my how to maximize muscle growth while in the gym video. In that video, I discuss a few different techniques that you can do while you're doing your reps. So as you see here, the first exercise, the first couple reps there, I went really slow and concentrated. I wanted that time under tension, really getting that mind to muscle connection, making sure I'm attacking the muscle and not just moving the weight. I'm moving the weight through the muscle group. So in that first exercise, I did about 3 or 4 reps of really slow and concentrated, and then I just repped out a bunch of volume. That was only 135 pounds, and then this second set here I moved up to 185. So I could have probably zipped through those reps there, but because it's 185, it's a little lighter. I want to attack the muscle group with time under tension and really feel that weight on that muscle group. So third set of bench press here, I did 205. I believe I only got 3 reps. I don't like to take myself to failure while I am fasted. This workout here, I am 17.5 hours fasted. If you guys are interested, I film my whole typical day. It'll pop up at the top of your window here. But with this exercise here, I don't want to push myself to failure. I still have a lot more work I want to do, and I'm fasted, I'm low on energy. And then the fourth set there, I got 215 pounds for 2 reps. So I've already burned out the muscle, and now on my 5th and 6th set, I just drop the weight down to 135 and make sure I get a whole bunch of volume and time under tension going. So as you guys see here, bench press, my first exercise. I did 6 sets, and every single set was completely different than the last one. So after bench press there, I moved on to flat dumbbell bench. Now personally, I just don't feel like I am getting the full range of motion when I am completely flat. So what I do, as you guys see here, is I stack 345s and I just get about a 3-inch lift. Now I find with most adjustable benches is that it just doesn't adjust right for me, and you always have that little part right where your butt sits that doesn't angle with the whole bench. So optimally for myself, this is just the way I've been liking to do this. I've been doing this for about 2 years, and yeah, I just like to do it like this. So give it a shot if you guys are interested. So just like my bench press there, I start out with a little bit lighter weight. I try to volume it out, and then I slowly increase. I go for more time under tension mixed with overloading the muscle, and then I believe I move up to 90-pound dumbbells here, and I just try to overload it. I believe my last rep, it was very grindy, but that's the whole point. I'm not trying to take myself to failure because I don't want to exhaust myself while being fasted, but I still want to get that nice variety and mix of time under tension and overloading the muscle. So 75s here is a nice mix of the overloading and time under tension. I have enough control that I can control the dumbbells all the way down and all the way up. I have about 2 to 3 seconds going down and 2 to 3 seconds going up. Whereas when I move on to the 90s here, as you'll see in a sec, I'm just struggling to get those things up as much as I can. Another thing I want to point out here while I'm doing these flat dumbbell bench is that when I went to go set up for this exercise, I didn't just sit down on the first flat bench there. I planned out which dumbbells I was going to use. I knew I wanted to use the 75, so I set myself up right in front of the 75s and made sure I was pretty close to the 90s. Personally, for myself, as I said earlier, I don't like to waste my energy in the gym while I am fasted. So I don't want to waste my time taking 90s from halfway across the gym and bringing them all the way to my bench, setting them down, going to grab the next one, setting it down, then lifting it onto my legs and then setting myself back down. It's just a lot of unnecessary effort in my opinion. I like to take the dumbbells right off the rack, go right to the bench, sit down, and then once I'm done my reps and my set, I like to put the dumbbells right back on the rack. I don't like to waste my time dropping them on the floor and then having to waste energy picking them back up and then carrying them all the way to the rack. So I finished up my flat dumbbell bench there with some real light weight and a lot of time under tension. As you can see here, I'm using reverse grip. Just trying to make sure I'm going through the muscle, getting nice time under tension. I just burned it out with the 90s, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting a nice stretch out of it. For the last couple months now on my chest days, I've really been liking doing the hammer strength machines. So I will do the incline and the decline here. Now all I try to do, I don't care about how many sets I'm gonna do, I shoot for a typical rep range. This one I shot for 75 reps, so I wanted to make sure no matter what, if it took me 3 sets or 6 sets, I made sure that on the decline hammer strength machine there, I got 75 reps, and on the incline I also got 70 reps. Whether it was isolated for each pec or with both arms, I made sure I just got 75 reps on each machine, and then I moved on. After that, I just moved on to the padded pec deck machine, I believe that this is called. This isn't the one where your arms are straight out in front of you. This is where they're kind of up to the side. I like this machine because I can really hit my inner and lower pecs, especially when I put my arms out like this. Whereas on the other pec deck machine, I just don't feel as good of a burn on the inside and right down the middle of my pecs. And then just to finish up my day there, I went on to some cable cross. Unfortunately, the actual cable cross machine was in use, so I had to use this adjustable one. And for some reason, I just wasn't feeling it all that well. I felt like I was getting more of my shoulders incorporated in it, so I only did 2 sets of this, and my chest was nice and burned out for the day, so I took off. Alright, well that was it for me. If you guys are interested, make sure you go check out my full day-to-day video. I just take you through my typical day. I show you the times I eat, what I eat, how I implement intermittent fasting into my life, as well as all my different experiments there. Well, thank you very much for watching this video here. In the future, in these next couple weeks, I plan on doing a few more fasted workouts, so please guys, give me any advice on what you would like to see or what I can do better in this video. But once again, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, go throw it down in the comment box and make sure you hit that like button. I am the Hungarian Experiment.